Let's go on an adventure for a moment, and before we do that, we need to ask this question. What would happen if Uranus collided with Earth? Its thin rings could be visible around it, and you can come to the conclusion that it is the planet Uranus. Uranus is the third largest planet in our solar system, with a size of about 8.083 billion kilometers squared. You can imagine how bad that collision would be to Earth, since it is 4 times the size of Earth. Assuming some cosmic event actually happened and pushed Uranus from its orbit to our own, what would happen then? Well, astronomers would be the first to notice the unusual activity in Uranus's orbit and push the panic button to let the general public know of their findings. The only option in this scenario would be evacuating Earth. But to where? Well, the only planet with a bit of similar characteristics to Earth would be Mars. But would the evacuation process cover every human on Earth? I guess we'll never know. By the scientists' calculations, it would take Uranus 13 years to reach the collision point. Maybe this would give us a slight chance to evacuate the Earth, but migrating an entire planet to another would need a lot more time than that. Moreover, it would be hurtling through the solar system, ramping up to a speed of around 1,000 kilometers per second. Because of this unexpectedly fast speed, we'd only have about 30 days left on this planet. From the observers from Earth, Uranus would shine like a bright blue star in the sky, and every day it would appear bigger and brighter, along with its blue shining stars. Only those would not be stars at all. They would be the stones that make up the rings surrounding the planet. These stones would be the burning asteroids and meteors on their way to Earth. In its journey towards Earth, Uranus would disturb an asteroid belt between Jupiter and Mars. This would fling some of the asteroids towards us. Some of these asteroids would be as big as 240 kilometers in diameter. That's big enough to wipe out an entire city. Now imagine what a few of those would do. Now that would be a top-tier apocalyptic event. We'd have nowhere to go. We'd just be left here, watching the end of times unfold in front of our eyes. As shooting stars in the sky herald the appearance of the first asteroids, Uranus would progressively appear as large as the moon, swiftly moving closer to Earth. During this time of impending catastrophe for humanity, Uranus would unleash its disruptive forces, causing significant upheavals. Due to Uranus being approximately 15 times more massive than Earth, its immense gravitational force would significantly impact our planet. Uncontrollable volcanic eruptions and massive earthquakes would wreak havoc, causing the destruction of Earth from within. The unique aspects, though not pleasant, is Uranus's distinct smell, a whiff of which could render one unconscious. The ice giant's upper atmosphere mainly consists of hydrogen sulfide, the same foul-smelling substance found in rotten eggs. The thought of an entire planet engulfed in the stench of rotten eggs is nauseating. Additionally, Uranus would not arrive alone. It would bring along its entourage of 27 moons, bombarding Earth from various directions. As a grand finale, Uranus would compress the remaining atmosphere on Earth, leading to rapidly rising temperatures that would eventually ignite it. Our once beautiful blue planet would succumb to Uranus's gravitational pull and begin orbiting the ice giant, becoming one of its many moons. Nonetheless, Uranus would not emerge unscathed from this encounter. Historically, when it collided with another planetary body, twice the size of Earth, it tipped over, making it the only planet in our solar system to spin on its side. This collision with our home planet could potentially restore its original orientation. From the Earth as we know it, this would mark the end. If by some mysterious force, life were to emerge from Earth's remnants once again, the blue horizon would now be dominated by Uranus. Now, if you don't already know, planet Uranus rotates on its side and this would cause the planet to collide with the Earth head-on. Yikes, that would be very damaging. The research group determined that an object at least twice the mass of Earth likely delivered a grazing blow to the young planet. The collision's force was powerful enough to reshape Uranus entirely and force it onto its side. However, it seems that the impact wasn't strong enough to strip the planet's atmosphere away or significantly alter its orbit around the Sun. The impact may have left behind molten ice and uneven rock formations within Uranus, potentially explaining its tilted and off-center magnetic field. The rock and ice hurled into orbit could have then coalesced to form the rings and moons we observe around Uranus today. Here are a few more facts about Uranus you may not know about. Uranus derived its name from the ancient Greek god of the sky, Uranus, who held significant importance in Greek mythology. The discovery of Uranus occurred on March 13, 1781, by the astronomer William Herschel, marking the first planet to be observed using a telescope. German astronomer Johann Elert Bode proposed the name Uranus in 1783. This choice found favor over time, and eventually the planet came to be universally known as Uranus. Aside from the fact that the planet is cold and it stinks and also tilts on the side, another common fact is that due to the significant tilt in Uranus's axis, its magnetic poles experience long periods of darkness and light. The planet takes approximately 17 hours to complete one full rotation or orbit. However, it requires about 84 Earth years, equivalent to 30,687 Earth days, to complete a full orbit around the Sun. The slow pace of Uranus's orbit results in an intriguing phenomenon. For half of the 84-year orbit, the south pole of the ice giant is bathed in continuous sunlight, while the North Pole experiences complete darkness. After this period, the situation reverses, and the North Pole enjoys continuous daylight while the South Pole is in darkness. Notably, in the year 2033, Uranus will complete its third full orbit around the Sun since its discovery in 1781. This milestone marks a rare event due to the planet's extended orbital period. So it is safe to say we are safe, for now. Who knows what may happen in the future? But if it happens, you probably won't even be here to see it. So that's it from today's video. If you found this video interesting, make sure to leave a like, share, and subscribe to the channel for more content like this. See you in the next one.